Well, hello everyone. TheOntarioGardener here, back with an exciting video. This is going to be all about workshop support for PlateUp. At the time of you guys watching this, the workshop will be activated. As right now, it's actually kind of soft open right now. The way you find it is you go to your PlateUp game, and then you go to workshop. Like this is on Steam, mind you, and you go to browse and you hit items. And currently, I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 18 different mods that are available now, and these are mods that have been tested and that are functional. Some of them have a little bit of quirks to them. This one especially, which I'll get into in a second. But what I want to do in this video is I want to go over them, some of my favorites of this group, and other ones that are just kind of cosmetic. So let's hit the cosmetic ones first. Right now, you have Miss Monica's mod pack, which basically is dressing up like Miss Monica. Everybody knows who Miss Monica is. You can dress up like her character in the game. You also come down here, there's a burger suit. This gives you the ability to wear a burger suit, basically. And then the other one is going to be your streamer outfit pack. Now, I'm in this one. Can you figure out which one I am? I'm this one right here. I have my little straw hat on with my beard, my cutoff jean shorts. Despite in my video, like my avatar doesn't have cutoff jean shorts, but that's what I'd rock if I'd be outside, real 70s, 1970s style out working in the fields. And you have a bunch of other people here. I'm sure you can pick out your favorite, or if they're not here, please suggest it. You know, you can suggest it not to me, but to the developers. I think this one is Quack and Cheese is the one that actually, or Cheese and Quackers is the one that actually made the visuals, but I'm sure you could find him out. And this is just different outfits that you can wear, and you subscribe to these. Now, that's the one. You also have some basic ones that you kind of have to have. One is Harmony, and the other one is your kitchen library. And these are basically like the backbones of the mod pack. And there are a couple other ones that I'm going to, well, let's go through them one by one, right? Went through these three. Here's your starting meal selector. So basically, you install this mod, and when you hit escape, you go to your mod selection. We'll get into that in a little bit here when I start up a game, probably in the next episode. And you can choose what dish you start with. Again, the time of the recording of this video, the turkey, which is now available as a pickable option, is not in this, but I'm sure it will be updated at some point. Basically, you choose what dish you want. Instead of having to scroll through all the ones here, do the tutorial, you pick the one you want, and there you go. Pretty simple. Choose your own cards is a very, very, very powerful. There is no visual for this yet, but basically what you do, it says here, you have too many choices, got broccoli 3 times in a row. Choose your own cards. The mod adds a new menu item, CYOC, choose your own cards, where you can take a gander at all the card options. Use the up, down arrow keys, just like you're cycling through your current cards in your run. Navigate to the list of cards, left arrow key to enable, disable, right arrow key to jump to the next section of card types. So that basically is you can choose what cards you want to show up for your run. Again, some of these are work in progress and will be added as time goes on. Things will be added to them. But nonetheless, this is a very powerful one. If you want to use a custom run where you want all starters, no desserts, no mains, all customer cards, all dessert cards, all pies, etc., 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 you go in here and you choose the ones that you want, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Then we're down here to mid-run cosmetic stations. This basically adds a cosmetic station to your restaurant so you can customize your character mid-run. The cosmetic stations will spawn in boxes at the start of the run. During the prep phase, the cosmetic stations can be picked up and moved like other appliances. You can only interact with them during the day. So this is during your day. You can go there and you can change your outfit. You can change your appearance. It's kind of like a fun little way. If you're tired of being a ghost, you want to be a pirate. If you're tired of being a pirate, you want to be a turkey, be a turkey. Very cool. Cosmetic only. This one here is new cards every day. So this is a pretty crazy mod if you ask me. Basically, typically you get a card every 3 days and then you have deco days every 5 days. Well, basically this gives you a new card every single day instead of every 3rd day. This will replace the option to pick a theme on the 5th day, so cosmetic shop days every 5 days have also been removed. This way you don't get days of nothing but plants and calm paintings, although you still get wallpaper and flooring every 5 days because that's separate than cards along. So basically you get a new card every day, so you're not locked to getting deco day every 5th day. But if you put this together with choose your own card options, you can choose what themes you want and when you get them, and you can kind of see where we're going with that. But this is a pretty crazy, basically a new card every single day. So your typical day 15 franchise runs, you're going to have 15 cards to deal with. It's going to be pretty powerful. I'm definitely going to try this out for sure. It seems very interesting to me. And again, if you're wondering how you do it, you basically hit subscribe, and that automatically will load it up into your mod pack when you start up your next game. The next one is names above heads. This one is just a cosmetic one. Basically, it says adds player names above heads. This will try to keep a profile name first, but if a player isn't using a profile, fall back to their name on Steam. So basically, when customers come in, if you're using Twitch, it tells you their names. But if you're playing a 4-player game for Twitch or YouTube or just with your friends, and you're like, well, who's who? You can have their name show up above their head, which I think is pretty cool as well. Again, cosmetic, not game-changing, but it is very nice to have. The next one is, I'm going to go into these two last because they're, well, some of these are last because they're pretty mostly powerful ones. You have your save system. This is something people have been asking for forever. Basically, we can go into here, auto save. While in game, open up the pause menu, save your current run. While in the lobby, open up the pause menu and load the save game you want. In the bottom right corner of the screen, you can see which save is currently loaded as well as its save state. Again, if there are bugs, go to the official modding Discord, which will be available at the time of the release of the workshop. Again, it's pretty cool. It's what people have been asking for forever, to have multiple save slots instead of going into your it's happening folder and manually doing it. Now you can have a customized save. This one here is, they did the mod load. This is basically a Prince. Did this mod load? Yes, it did, to the log example. This is basically if you're having issues with mods, you run this mod and it'll tell you which ones are working and which ones aren't working. So it's basically a debug feature. You have one which is an Overcooked Patience. So Overcooked is another type of cooking game. And in that game, basically, it charges you coins. Instead of losing your run, it'll cost you coins and it'll reset your timer. A simple mod that automatically buys another life when a customer loses patience, assuming you can afford it. Makes the game a little more forgiving without removing the risk of losing entirely. So again, if you're going to a high level run and you don't really want to lose, you see the icon here. Basically, it'll cost you coins. I'm not sure if you can set custom coins. This one is obviously -5 coins for resetting their patience. This is basically an endless mode in a sense where, you have to pay, but it basically you can't lose as long as you have money. So it's a good way to kind of test out different things, see how far you can get on a normal run without using flower pots or something like that. It's, again, if you use Overcooked, this is a game. This is something you're familiar with. The next one is Dash Ping. Dash Ping is also based on Overcooked. So basically what it does is your ping button, depending on what it is on your controller or keyboard, I don't want to tell you which is which because you have it set up the way you do. Basically, when you hit the ping button, you have a quick dash, like a half a second dash across the map in whatever direction you're pointing. You can't spam it. There is like a slight cooldown, maybe a second or two cooldown, and you can hit it again. It makes you give you a burst of energy, or burst of speed to go from one side to whatever direction you're going at. So it's pretty cool. Again, it's a bit of an Overcooked, based how that works. And one little thing I'm going to talk about right here is certain mods require different things. Mostly all of them require Kitchen Labs and Harmony. So just keep that in mind, that you want to have these two subscribed to before anything else. The next one is going to be, well, there's 3 here that I want to check out. One is going to be the MMO Kitchen. Now, basically what the MMO Kitchen does is it turns your restaurant into a massive multiplayer game. 4 staff isn't enough, hire 8 more to your team. Kitchen allows up to 12 more players to join your game. So when you have this mod enabled, it'll give you 12 little bedrooms in your main lobby, like your main menu. When you just join the game, you have 4 bedrooms on the right-hand side. This will give you 12. You can have you have 4 players plus an additional 8. Up to 12 players playing on one map, which gets very, very fun, hilarious, and very, very crazy because everybody's running into each other. It is like, what am I doing? But if you have 12 friends, or you want to have some kind of big community night, each person can pick a job. I'll be a dishwasher. I'll prep tomatoes. I'll prep the pies, and you can have a lot of fun with it. Playing solo, this is irrelevant. Or playing with less than 5 people, this mod is irrelevant, but it is an option if you have a lot of friends or you want to host big events for your games or on your Discord or something like that. The next one, or there's two, creative mode and kitchen library, or kitchen designer. So let's do kitchen designer first. This is one that I'm sure a lot of you have seen if you're on Twitch or even YouTube, some of the modded stuff. I will be doing modded games with setups like this just as the time goes on. And basically what this does is it is a mod that allows you to play on a custom kitchen layout. The mod also comes with a web tool where you can design your own dream kitchen. So you have your website, how to use it, which is a user guide, and then the editor, which is here. I will be having a standalone video on how to create custom maps. To stay tuned for that as well. But this is pretty cool. You can select different sizes, where the doors are, where these are your pass-through countertops, how many you have. Do you want to have dividers? Do you want to have one big room? And you can kind of set up your own kind of crazy custom maps to have lots of fun with. Now the next one, or the last one, which is probably the most powerful one of the mod pack current, or what the workshop support currently, is creative mode. Basically, you hit F1 and it gives you a menu where you can type in ID numbers or type in something, and you hit spawn, and it spawns in exactly what you want. Again, this is crazy game breaking. This is from our friend Starflux, who has had tons, my friend Starflux, I should say, has tons of experience doing mods, and this is one of his first mods, or one of his biggest mods. And basically, it's a spawn-in mode. You can load during your prep phase of any day, like during in between days, you hit F1 and you type in what you want, or you click from a list. Again, I'll have a full video on this creative mode as well, how to use it, some of the tricks to use it, and kind of, tips to not screw yourself over by spawning in 50 grabbers and not being able to pick all of them up. So anyway, this is a very fun one. I've been using this mod here, aside from workshop support, to make all of my guides and most of my tutorials, which I'm sure people have asked, well, how do you do it? How do you do it? I do it using creative mod, or creating creative mode, basically, where you can spawn in what you want. Again, you could set your own challenges. Say, on day one, you spawn in everything that you want, but then from there on out, you can't spawn anything else in, and try to plan your run around it. But I mean, using creative mode, along with the big kitchen designer, along with where's the one here where you pick what dish you want to have, your PlateUp prep ghost. Oh, I didn't touch on this one. I'm going to do this one in 2 seconds. And then one here where you have, where are the ones where you choose your own new card every day, choose your own card. So you could make some crazy PlateUp custom runs using a variety of these mods. And the last one, which for some reason I skipped over, another one that I find probably my favorite of all the mod packs, or of all the mods, is basically a PlateUp prep ghost. So in your prep mode, you're a ghost, which means, for those of you who are tired of playing Moving Out is a game where you have to move things around to get other things out. It's a very fun game, by the way. I have some videos, I think, on my channel if you want to check that out. We're also playing PlateUp. Okay, that has to be fixed. The option of no clipping through walls, appliances, whatever you name it during your prep phase. So it saves you hours, because typically if you have a really compact design for something and you have to move something, you have to move everything to get to the last thing in the back. Basically, this is showing you won't turn into a ghost. It's just saying you act like a ghost when you can phase through things. And again, I'm going to go over more of this in depth with another video of how to use the mods once you're in the game. So that basically covers all of them. Some of them are basically like background things, harmony, kitchen library for sure. Just install both of these. They'll be helpful because certain ones require both of those, like Kitchen Lab Harmony for the meal selector, so it's easier just to put these in, and then you can pick and choose which ones you want. If you don't end up liking one, you can click on it. It goes to subscribe. Basically, you unsubscribe from it, and it no longer will show up in your mod options. So guys, these are the current, as of the time of release of this video, what workshop mods are out there for everybody to use. Have fun with it. Stay tuned for videos on a lot more of the more complex ones, like how the kitchen designer works, the MMO kitchen, how that works, the ghost, how that works, the save system. So a bunch of these I'll be doing separate videos on, more in depth, basically standalones, where you guys in your comments could ask tons of questions and I can revisit with a follow-up video if needed. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited to get these modding going, or these basically call them workshop, the PlateUp modding, which people have been asking about 4 months, and the developers and the admins on the Discord have been teasing it, soon. Well, guess what? Now they are out. And if you're interested in creating a mod, There'll be links in the modding section of the PlateUp Discord where it'll show you basically how to get started with that. If enough of you are interested in learning about that, I can do a video on that. I'm not a mod creator, but I can walk you through the steps to get to the point to where you can create the mods. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like as well as a comment. What is your favorite mod from these 18? Well, there's technically 16 because these two are kind of base ones. Of the 16 mods, which is going to be your favorite to choose from? Is there one that you don't like? I mean, maybe they'll be creating a mod where you can create your own dishes. There's no mod for that yet, but maybe soon. All right, guys, catch you next time. If you enjoyed this content, please consider leaving a subscribe. We'd much appreciate it. And I'll catch you all in the next PlateUp modding video. Take care now.